2. Today's situation on the battlefield. As of today, Russia has launched a large mechanized assault on the city of Pokrovsk, located in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine. This attack included around 30 armored vehicles, trucks, and motorcycles. Russia attempted to push from the southern part of the city toward the north. According to Ukrainian military reports, fighting is still ongoing, and Ukraine says it is maintaining control of the northern parts of Pokrovsk. This is one of the biggest Russian ground attacks in recent weeks, showing that the intensity of the war is increasing. 3. Drone and missile attacks. At the same time, Russia carried out drone and missile strikes in multiple Ukrainian regions. Civilian areas were hit, causing fires and damaging residential buildings. Ukraine responded with naval drone operations in the Black Sea. One major incident today: Ukraine attacked a Russian oil tanker. Ukraine's SB used marine drones to strike a tanker named Dashin. This tanker is part of Russia's Shadow Fleet, which is used to secretly transport oil to avoid sanctions. The attack damaged the tanker and affected Russian oil routes. This shows that the war is now moving heavily into naval and economic warfare. 4. Ukraine's military preparation. Ukraine is making major internal changes. The main Ukrainian military is updating training programs. New soldiers will now take 51 days of full basic military training. Training includes modern weapons, drone operations, psychological preparation, and adaptation to frontline conditions. Ukraine says this is necessary because Russian attacks have increased in both frequency and scale. These steps show Ukraine is preparing for a long-term conflict. 5. International and diplomatic movements. Diplomatic developments are also happening today. Ukraine is pushing for more security guarantees from Europe. Some Western leaders are trying to create new peace negotiations. Russian leadership is meeting international envoys privately, discussing possible terms for future talks. However, despite diplomatic pressure, the situation on the ground remains violent and unstable. There is still no sign of a real ceasefire. 6. Impact on civilians. The human impact continues to worsen. Thousands of civilians around Pokrovsk and nearby towns have been forced to evacuate. Missile attacks destroyed homes, power lines, and essential infrastructure. In some regions, power outages lasted for hours. People are living in shelters, basements, and underground stations. Winter conditions are making survival even harder. 7. Economic impact of the war. The war is also affecting global markets. The attack on Russia's oil tanker in the Black Sea has increased the risk level of shipping routes. Insurance costs for ships in the region have gone up. This affects global oil supply and prices. Russia's economy is facing pressure as Ukraine targets its oil export system. Economically, the war now extends far beyond the battlefield. 8. Future possibilities. Looking ahead, if Russia captures Pokrovsk, it would be a major strategic victory for Moscow. If Ukraine continues sea drone strikes, Russia's oil revenue and supply lines could weaken. Both sides are preparing for months of heavy fighting. Analysts warn the war is entering a more dangerous and unpredictable phase. 9. Final summary. To summarize the current situation, heavy fighting continues in Pokrovsk. Russia has launched a major mechanized assault. Ukraine struck a Russian Shadow Fleet tanker in the Black Sea. Both countries are intensifying attacks on land, sea, and air. Civilians are suffering from evacuation, destruction, and winter conditions. Diplomatic efforts continue, but no real peace is in sight. The war today is not only military, it's political, economic, and global. Caption mark.
And this was the real situation happening in Russia and Ukraine today. No rumors, no assumptions, only facts. If you want more such real-time scripts, subscribe and stay connected. As of today, the latest news from Russia includes power supply disruptions in Kyiv due to the Ukraine conflict. Additionally, President Putin recently visited India, focusing on defense and energy cooperation. Economically, the U.S. has issued warnings to countries trading with Russia. On the military front, Russia launched a new nuclear submarine. Meanwhile, a major fire in a market in St. Petersburg resulted in one fatality. Overall, Russia is facing multiple internal and international challenges.